710 ESPN Seattle presents Bob and Groz's One More Thing.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Tweet!
You do that just to make Brady laugh.
I do, and he does laugh behind the scenes. You can't see him, but that became the big Mariners story.
The tweet from Jerry Crasnick.
The tweet from Jerry Crasnick saying that he had talked to a couple of agents, and these agents said, and it was no context. That's the great thing about Twitter, is you only have 140 characters, so there's no context. You gotta blurt out what you're saying.
Yeah, Bobby Hebert would never survive on Twitter.
Never. Man, look him up if you haven't heard his question yesterday of Les Miles. But you got to be concise, you got to be brief, and so what he said was, talk to a couple of agents, say the Mariners have $3 to $4 million left to spend this year, and then the second one was to talk about Prince Fielder is way overblown.
Yeah,
and, that kind of like wildfire went through our office, and then we started thinking about it a little bit, and it just seems unlikely.
It's very unlikely unless they've gone through a massive budget cut that they haven't shared with anybody.
Right.
I mean that it just doesn't make any sense. They've signed now John Jaso, right?
Yep.
They've signed Iwakuma.
Right.
They've signed George Sherrill.
Right.
And they have signed the great Aaron Heilman.
Correct, that happened.
Which is the big news, in case you haven't heard.
And they're going to sign a backup shortstop from Japan too.
Of course. So that's just icing on the cake. Of course, that's icing on the cake. All of which I think added up to about $74. All those.
Yeah. I mean, that's just it. It's not like if that was true and they were only going to spend $3 or $4 million, it would have meant something like, I think Shannon Dreher told us, like a 10% cut, 10 or 15% cut in payroll.
$10 million cut, yeah.
It just does not seem logical. Not the way you're doing about it.
They never would have been in the Prince Fielder conversation to begin with, if that's true.
This is the other thing. Buster Olney of ESPN, one of Jerry's colleagues 2 days ago, said that the Mariners were actually one of the leading candidates for it. So, this could be any number of things. Remember, his source on this, and Jerry Crasnick's usually pretty good on this stuff, so we're not impugning him. But, he's talking to two agents who knows what the agendas are there. Yeah. Who knows if they even have anything to do with Prince Fielder. They might have something to do with the Mariners. I mean, you can't tell. So it seems unlikely that they're down to the last $3 or $4 million. On the other hand, we're
getting a little anxious.
One month pitchers and catchers report, and
a little anxious.
And not just catchers, you got a catcher, but you need some bats, some hitters. Sign a few.
So I think we've come to the conclusion that $3 to $4 million left is not accurate unless it's $3 to $4 million left after they sign Prince Fielder.
Now that's an interesting thought.
I could live with that.
Yeah. So what are they waiting for then?
Get it done.
Sign him.